each the master of their own domain. Today on Fortitude Through Stoicism, and this is my 365-day journey of implementing the ancient philosophy of Stoicism into the life of this modern masculine man. I love today's because yesterday I was struggling. Yesterday I was struggling with leaving people behind. However, there's a reason, and I think today's touches on it. So first, the quote by Marcus Aurelius, Roman Emperor. My reasoned choice is indifferent to the reasoned choice of my neighbor as to his breath and body. However much we've been made for cooperation, the ruling reason in each of us is the master of his own affairs. If this weren't the case, the evil in someone else could become my harm. And God didn't mean for someone else to control my misfortune. So this is what I was talking about. So it isn't about abandoning people. It's about ensuring that their evil doesn't become my harm. You know, the foundation, as Ryan Holiday continues, of a free country is that your freedom to swing your fist at someone else's nose begins. That is, we are free to do something until it interferes with your physical body and space. By living that way will require two important assumptions. Number one, you ought to live your own life in such a way that doesn't negatively impose on others. Second, you ought to be open-minded and accepting enough to let others do the same. Perfect example. I've talked about this a lot. I'm in an alternative lifestyle. I'm in the BDSM lifestyle. I don't believe in relationships. I believe in dynamics. We don't do rings, we do collars. We don't do marriage licenses, we do contracts. There's more control, there's more negotiation, there's more communication than a typical vanilla relationship. And there's power exchange, so there is the giving and taking of control in certain areas. I voluntarily subscribe to this lifestyle. My slave, which is a total power exchange, means she's like, hey, listen, you drive, I'm gonna sit in the passenger seat and have fun, right? It's in essence what it is. I make the decisions, she follows along. She supports my needs that I can't do, right? And I give her guidance where she wouldn't have it. We are both focusing on our highest and best strengths within a dynamic so that 1 + 1 = 3 or more. Now, how does this lifestyle negatively affect someone else? I'm not going into anyone else's bedroom and cracking them with a whip or sticking a dildo in their ass. Like, what I do in my own home doesn't impact anyone else, but yet everyone has such an opinion about it. What I'm doing is wrong, or it's mischievous, or whatever. I've heard all the things. So because someone doesn't understand something, immediately it's bad. We're immediately going to talk about it. But this is why I'm a Stoic, because it doesn't matter what other people think, right? Because I know the truth. I know that this is a good lifestyle for me. I'm happy. I've accepted this lifestyle, and it works for me. Also, part 2, I have to be open-minded and let others do the same. So listen, if someone wants to be vanilla, go get married, have kids, congratulations, high five. Love that for you, didn't work for me. I'm not telling you not to do that. I'm just living my lifestyle differently. This is being the master of my own domain. It's my life. I'm gonna live it the way I want. So why do so many other people have so many opinions about my life? It's very curious to me why someone puts so much energy of their own into someone else's life that has nothing to do with them. It means that their life is so insignificant, they have nothing else to do. Remember, Eleanor Roosevelt, I think the quote even goes back to Socrates, but paraphrased loosely, weak minds talk about people. Average minds talk about events, but great minds talk about ideas. So people that are always talking about other people, weak mind. You have a weak mind. You're a mental midget. I'm sorry, but that's true. That's the truth. So that's why I focus on being the master of my own domain. Now listen, there's others that ask me how I live my life this way, and I share that with them, right? Through coaching. Here's what I do. Here's what worked. I'm not telling anyone that my way is the only way or the right way for them. I've always and only said how beautiful it is for me. I love to share that experience because others have found the same. So if I feel the same way and others have felt the same way, why not share that, and so that others can gain exposure to a different lifestyle? Now, am I going into your bedroom? Am I making you watch something? Am I making you do something? No. Information is information. You can take that or not. I'm certainly not broadcasting it to you. I'm here. If you come looking, you can find it. I'm not sending you this stuff. So it's very curious to me about reason, choice, and your neighbors. And in yesterday's lesson, leaving someone behind. Because sometimes I do believe it is necessary. Like I'd use the analogy. The train keeps rolling. That's because I'm master of my domain. And I'm not going to stay around and be a base person, as Marcus would say. So, can you understand that their life is their business and yours is your own? And you've got plenty to wrestle with yourself before bothering anyone else. Isn't that the fact? How many people that you know their life is so amazingly perfect that they have all this excess time to share their shit about what you should or shouldn't do with your life? Thank you very much. I'm going to be the master of this domain. I respect what you're doing in your domain. And that's where that starts and ends. And on that, I'm going to get ready to go on a plane.